On today's episode of The Therapy Couch, we've got a huge announcement to make.
Yes, that's right. Abbey reveals I'm leaving it unfulfilled and she's having to enrich her life elsewhere.
We give advice on how to deal with a friend's new puppy who's left them in the doghouse.
And stay tuned to find out what me, Shardi-P, Ryan Reynolds and Prince William all have in common.
It's like people love us because we're so unprofessional.
Ross can't be bothered to write scripts. Everyone thinks Ab's the fashion guru in this relationship. I was so far ahead of the game. Now, it's Hollywood are doing it now.
How dare you? No, they're in. The teachers are in.
Training day, my ass.
I said you'd like it, and then she pushed me, and I said, because you don't have to be very good.
Our community is growing, but it needs to continue to grow, like a fetus in the womb.
We still need more subscriptions, so please subscribe to our channel.
Hit that subscribe button now. Hello and welcome to The Therapy Couch with me, Abby Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you feeling?
I'm good. You know, thank God half term is over. 3.5 weeks for Easter.
But madness. I don't know who invented that. Like,
No.
You know, we all
Teachers.
celebrate the life of Jesus and, you know, the rebirth. And we love eggs. You can't do them for 3.5 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you do for that long?
Crawling the walls by the end of it, were you?
Crawling the walls.
I think the kids were like, oh, it's boring now.
Yeah.
Kids just need a little bit of structure.
Feels like a bit too long. The final insult was the Monday. It's like, you know, you've done your 3 weeks and then let's have a Monday off. Teacher training day.
I thought it was bank holiday, that's why they were off.
I mean, you can't. It's not bank holiday. No, it's just a teacher.
Every day's a bank holiday for me.
Living the dream, aren't you?
Living the dream.
It's like that Monday's like, if there's any teachers listening, you know, just what do you actually do on that day? I reckon they all just go for a pint and go,
Yeah.
No, they're in. The teachers are in.
Training day, my ass.
Training.
Do you know what? I have got a huge respect for teachers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm a mum of 4 and I can't get them to do one thing I say. So how the teachers manage, you know, kids are impeccably behaved in school.
Are they?
Well, mine are.
That's what they tell you when they come home.
No, that's what I get on the school report.
But the thing is, like,
I'm like, you're not talking about the same child here.
I did a football camp over the Easter holidays, like football escapes, right? And the kids definitely, like, my kids don't listen to me like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm someone else. You know, I'm going, go there, do this, and they're just like doing it. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, because you're Peter Crouch and they love football, that's why.
Yeah, but I'm Peter Crouch at home as well.
It's so funny because, you know,
Hey, don't listen to me one bit.
you know, I've got this issue with Pete not playing football with our boys.
Yeah.
And,
You
you know,
mentioned it once or twice.
is classic line, they've got to want to do it.
The way she does my voice is so derogatory.
It's just,
That's
that's how you talk.
like that.
babe.
Do not. It's not that bad.
So we've got a guy coming to help the kids,
Okay.
you know, and they actually think he's like a famous footballer and like Peter Crouch hasn't got a clue, but Joe is a legend.
Yeah.
They absolutely love
I mean,
Joe.
he's great as well, you know, and it's good because I want to get them enjoying it, you know. I just want them to just enjoy football and have a ball with them, and because it's just, I think it's a good life skill, even if you don't have to be footballers, but
I've got no ball skills. I wish my parents would have given me some when I was a child. You know, I was kind of kept away from all sports as a female.
That was, I suppose, you know, it's changed now, though, isn't it? You know, our little girl does it as well.
Our daughters are both super sporty. Well, one more so than the other. Liv wants to be a lioness, doesn't she?
She works really hard.
She's
though,
really
and
good.
She's desperate to.
But
to
you
do
really
it.
offended me yesterday. Pete took the kids to play pickleball.
Pickleball.
Pickleball, it was
Pickleball.
really
And
enjoyable, actually.
Yeah.
he said, oh, you'd like it. Be good for you. As if to say it's like a shit
Like
version of
nice and
tennis.
easy. Like nice and easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's basically bat and ball.
I said you'd like it, and then she pushed me, and I said, because you don't have to be very good. You can be crap and enjoy it. Is that not a fair assessment? You're going to give me that look
It's
like,
just
how
not-
dare you?
it's just
Are you
not
gonna
very
say, No,
nice.
I'm really good at racket sports.
You know, I big you up constantly even when you're
You've
shit
got
at things.
so many qualities, so many. I don't think ball sports is one of your fortes. I think, you know, catch, throwing, you know, hitting balls. in general. I just don't think you're very good at it.
I hit your balls.
You'd be all right at that.
If you keep insulting me. No, but it's so important. I don't know.
Obviously, we've talked about this on the podcast before, but when the ball comes in, obviously, I told her to square. Sort of, if her shoulders are facing this way, obviously, then you can hit the ball back. But if you're square on with your shoulders, as the ball bounces, obviously, it's physics. You're going to hit it out of the court.
Correct.
That makes sense.
If your shoulders are pointing here, you hit the ball. You're hitting it over the net. But you stand square on, so when it comes to you, go straight out the court.
Well, at least I'm getting ball contact.
Yeah. She does get ball contact, but it's just a bit frustrating to play when someone hits it, not just in the net or
but
out.
I've never been.
And you've got to go out the court and run and retrieve your ball.
And she just stands there and it's like expect someone else to get it.
Go on, dickheads. Go and get that ball, will you?
Go and get the ball, dickhead.
You always do get it for me.
I do get it. Yeah. Running around like a complete knob. She's just hitting it and going, God, look gorgeous today, doesn't it?
The thing is, it's really frustrating not being good at something.
Yeah.
That's why, God, I want my kids to do things and they don't do anything.
They do. What are you talking about? They got to do. Like they're saying, we're doing the football now. You like this? Like we take them swimming. I was at golf with two of the kids yesterday. Took them on the range. They were great.
Are they developing a taste for it?
Yeah, like the little Jack's only 4, and he's just hitting ball after ball after ball, and he just loves it. And I'm like, right, Jack, we're going now. He goes, no, Dad, he's still got a whole bag. He wants to keep going.
Jack's our only child with determination. He is, even like with the Lego or a Transformer. Transformers should be banned, by the way, because they are.
Who made them so difficult now? They used to be, I remember it. Couple of moves.
4 blocks.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Rubik's Cube gone times a million now.
Rubik's Cube.
It is.
It is now. Like now, they've gone up a level now. I remember it was like 3 clicks and you were into, a Optimus Prime, for instance. You were straight into a lorry, bang into the Transformer in 3 moves.
And even Lego, like when I was a kid, Lego came in 4 primary colours and you'd have the odd little man and you didn't have to mix up the bits because every bit would fit.
Yeah.
And now it's like Meccano. It's basically Meccano / Lego. And last night, after 2 glasses of wine in the pitch black, trying to find a chain which is 3 millimeters big in a car park, in a gravelled car park, because the baby was just screaming for this little chain. We found it though, thank God.
Did find it, yeah.
But it's just so, I'm whining to Lego people now. Although it is great.
Yeah.
They're more intricate now because you're creating like
Worlds.
Millennium Falcons and all that, like Star Wars ships and stuff like that, aren't they?
And what's good about it, I suppose you've got all different age ranges. Like, we need to get down to basics again because I think we've gone, because you see it and you go, oh, that'd be amazing to build that. And then you get it and you go, oh, fucking hell.
8 hours later.
It's going to take a while.
But if you think about all these games that last so long, like Monopoly, for example, Lego, these are all games that have been around for decades, which you needed in those days to pass time because there was like no TV or like 4 channels, sitting around as a family in candlelight, playing Monopoly for 5 hours. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But now Jack wants this Transformer built in 0.3 seconds.
No, but I do like the fact that he likes his Lego and Transformers and things like that. Like, you think it's in the day and age of like iPads and PlayStations, and he still loves his Lego.
And Pete's had this great idea to take the iPads off the kids. He's like, I'm done with the iPads now. They're not having iPads. So they just take our phones now instead.
What did you say?
They just take our phones. So we've got no phone. The kids are still doing the exact same thing. I'm like, what a great idea by you.
Having a second-hand digital detox. It's meant to be the kids. Now it's
exactly.
I've took the iPads off the kids, obviously. And then, but like, it's things like this. If we're doing the podcast now, for instance, they keep coming in. I'm just going to take the phone.
Yeah.
And it's just for that hour. But then you're like, you've got the excuse to like, I need it back now. So that's my thinking behind it. And it has been working. Because you do need your phone at times, and you might go out and they haven't got it then.
Okay. Have you got any wines for me?
My wine just involves kind of like my stuff again, really. It's a common theme that you actually got really better at. But for instance,
I know what you're going to say.
I needed, the bank details from the card, but I was on a dog walk and I needed to do it there. When you've got a certain amount of time to pay for something. So I said, could you just read me the card out? And I said, yeah, she read the card number out, paid for it, went great. And I just said to myself on this dog walk, when I get home, right, that card's been out for 10 seconds while she read me the card. That'll be lost when I get home. Right? Came home, not in my wallet, right? Not in where I normally keep my stuff. And I just found it like behind the pot in the kitchen, just randomly lashed.
No respect.
That's what I'm saying. This wouldn't happen if it was your stuff.
And yesterday he was roared at me because we had a lovely day planned. Two of the kids went to one of our neighbours for a party. They had a hot tub and a bouncy castle and they were there. Pete took Sophia to play tennis or pickleball and swimming and golf. And I was taking Jack to a party. However, I got the wrong day. Which is a bloody pain in the bum.
But went to the party though. Yeah. So went there, but it was the wrong day.
Because the girl called me. One of the mums called me the day before and was like, just double checking, Jack's coming to the party. And I was like, yeah, of course. So can you send me the info again? So she sent it to me and it just said Sunday. So because she called me the day before, I thought, oh, it's today. So it took me 40 minutes to get there and it wasn't even on. So I met Pete at the golf club. Then I left to go home and realised I didn't have a key because I was supposed to meet Pete at 5 o'clock. So I thought, I don't need a house key because I'm meeting him here. We'll all go home together. But Pete was on the missing list in some bush looking for a ball somewhere.
We were on the range with me, Jack and Sophia, nice family day.
So the caddy had to find Pete to get the key. And I got shouted at for that. So that's one of my wines. My second...
There's a lot more that went on.
Okay.
There isn't.
I was wondering what your right to reply would be here, Pete.
There is a lot more that went on there.
There isn't.
Okay,
Anyway.
there isn't.
And then, but my main wine... Oh, no, so he was just saying, basically, you're so rude getting the caddy to find me for me key.
The fella that worked there,
and I'm like, and I'm like, I couldn't find you, and the guy knew where you were. That's why he got the key. Anyway, but my main wine, which is giving me the ick from you, which you don't give me the ick often,
right, okay.
is every morning you wake up after about 3 seconds of having your eyes open, you're like, babe, have you heard? There's a weather warning today. And I'm like, every day, and then you say it again.
And it's just getting to you, is it now? Is it getting to you?
It's not getting to me. It's just like, I don't care.
Yeah. All right. I thought you might. I mean, if this is a weather warning, it's actually it's quite bad. 40 knot mile an hour winds. The thing is, the problem with me, right, is that I do check the weather now because I like to go out and play golf, or I like to, certainly on the weekends, I like to take the kids to golf. It's swimming or golf.
Kids club while he's in the range.
No, but what I'm thinking is I want them to enjoy what I enjoy, I want them to be involved. But I think obviously I've got to check the weather, haven't I? Because if I go out there and it's, there's a weather warning, we can't go up there. So I do check it often. But then I try and relay that information because it might be
Why do you
helpful.
say go up there when it's down the hill?
It's up. If you think about where we go into our golf club, we go up the top. And if you remember, if you look at how high the range is, you look down onto the course, don't you?
Quite. Riveting.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Fucking hell. Is this what we've got to?
This is called 3 weeks of being together every day, which means we're both
I had
so
something
dull.
valid to say there. So what I'm saying is, I think if you had information that could benefit me for the day,
I've got information that's beneficial to you.
Yeah.
There's a sale on Net-a-Porter.
Yeah.
40% off.
I said, just all I'm saying is, babe, be careful there. There's a weather warning out there today. Don't go out without a coat on. That's standard loving husband stuff.
Okay.
I think.
Because you do know.
Oh God, trying to help me again. What a pain in the arse.
So that's my first wine.
Oh, here we go. There's another one.
And then my second wine, it's actually the third wine. So I gave Pete a list to go to the so he went to the shop for 3 things. Took him 15 minutes to get to the shop. And he came back with one thing out of the 3 items. One of the 3 items.
What were the items on the list?
A birthday card, a birthday present, and cat food.
But he came back with cat food.
No.
Card.
That's no.
Everyone thinks it's that, yeah, depressing. But bearing in mind, right, I'd only actually had to go out for one thing because the fucking birthday's next week.
Yeah.
So actually,
So Jack ended up with a £30 Lego.
so that's where his Lego came from. It's the kid's present. Unbelievable.
But why'd you do that?
Do what?
Forget things.
I forgot. I got to admit, I forgot the cat food. I totally forgot.
And I called you 3 times while you were there.
Like, instead of a card, I bought a bag to put the Lego in. So I thought I put the Lego in the bag and it came with a card on it.
Oh.
So you could say...
No,
so,
it's a gift tag, like the gift tag on the bag,
what do
which
you
Like
every
those, like,
bag comes
The
with.
size of like a postage stamp. like that.
No, it was a big one. It was a big one. And I thought that I've killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. I've wrapped it. I've got a card.
You didn't even
And
get the
then
tissue
I
paper.
also forgot the cat food.
And the bag was too big for the present.
But I know with these presents, like about 30 kids arrive, people don't even look. You know, they just throw them in the corner. So what I've done, I've saved us money. I've been
a pound on a card.
Economy.
And my cats are starving to death. Great.
Then obviously the cats, I'm out with bad. I forgot that completely. But I thought I took care of the present situation, which is in 3 weeks' time.
Shut up. So what about you, Ross?
What about, have I got any wines for you guys? No,
It's got loads.
I haven't.
Ross has got a wine that our conversation is so dull, he wants to quit his job.
It was up the hill and then down the hill and then to the golf club.
She asked me
Fucking
why.
Jack, fucking Jack and Jill over here.
It's like when I call my mum and ask her like what's she up to, and she's like, so I've just got up, got a shower, brushed my teeth, then I went downstairs and made a cup of tea, then I just put a wash on, then I took the wash out, then I hung it out in the garden. This is like how my mum told me. I'm just like, fuck off, mum. They're like just
They're
stuff.
things
You're
you do.
narrating your day.
Yeah, like that's just what you do.
But that's just like they don't even talk about that.
You don't
stuff,
even
do
mention
Well,
that.
firstly, I opened my eyes, and then I took the cover of the bed off me. Then I literally stood up on 2 legs. You go, no, you just, that's all. No, I mean, what are you doing today?
What have you done? I'm so busy. I've just got up, had a shower, brushed my teeth, put a wash. It's like,
Mate, my mum's favourite is to like kind of retell me a story that she's told me 15 times to tell me like 10% more of the story. I'm like, Mum, I'm up to speed on all of this. I've only got 10 minutes to chat with you on the phone, half an hour. And she's like, I know, but I'm not up to speed because I forget what I've told you, so just shut up and listen. Oh, God.
is that what we've all got to look forward to as we get older?
Yeah.
Mundane stories.
But I think if you've got like kind of mundane, sometimes I'd take mundane at the moment. You know, like a day where you just do really mundane things.
We had a nice wholesome day. Like, I've got this dream of, you know, like couples like get in the garden together and have a little zhuzh.
Yeah.
Do you know how far my garden zhuzh went? All he did was move the outdoor heater and then retired.
What did you want us to do?
I cleaned the whole orangery on the outside. I brushed the path, set all my tables and chairs, and I thought we could do it together and like weed together. Really want to do that?
Couples that weed together stay together.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when
Sure,
you're
there's
just in
plenty
the
of couples that weed together.
when you're just in the garden in the sun and little cup of tea,
Yeah, I
no bra, shimmy Charlie Dimmock style.
well, you're making it sound appealing now. Like washing the orangery doesn't sound fun. I'm with Alan Carr. That's like an airing cupboard situation. It's like I thought we could go and weed and wash the outside of the orangery.
Well, Alfie likes it.
Do you get the jet wash on?
No, because I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I love getting the
Do you
jet
know what
wash
he-
out.
do you know what he said as well? I asked you to getting the tennis rackets out the garage, and he went, that garage is a disgrace. How did it get like that? And I was like, well, Pete, you can do something about it, you know? And he's like, well, if I was in charge of the garage, it wouldn't be like that. Do you remember you saying that?
Yeah, I remember me saying that. You know why? Because like I don't know how so much stuff got in there. I didn't put one thing in there, not one. So I didn't do it.
It's not one tool in there. It's all just like
I didn't do one
interior
thing.
design stuff.
Literally, like all stuff that you've had moved in there or moved in there yourself. I haven't put one thing in there apart from a set of golf clubs. So what I'm saying is there's so much stuff in there.
We've got like an iguana cage.
Yeah, there's like mad stuff in there.
This is such a dull pod, isn't it?
No, I think people want to know about our dirty garage.
It's so full, our garage.
It's absolutely ridiculous. You can't even get in it. You got to climb over things to get like to the
I've got a
back.
4-poster bed in there.
There's a life-size picture of cardboard cutout of me and you in there.
And this,
How did they get in there?
There's like sleighs,
Sleighs. There's a
fish tanks.
ride on lawnmower. There's some bikes that I've never seen. There's tools. There's
Stale paint.
yeah, like golf clubs. Like about 5 sets. I've only ever had one.
Whose are they?
No idea. Absolutely no idea. There's all the shoes. Like there's millions of pairs of shoes. There's clothes in there.
Is there?
Yeah. I looked the other day. I couldn't believe it.
So
Couldn't find the tennis rackets.
I saw this amazing contraption on Instagram, which is like this rack that's attached to the ceiling, and you slot all your bikes in,
Yeah,
and
I've
then
seen
pull
that.
it down. So our driveway's finally getting laid because it had to wait for the Vuber resin to go down because the weather. So that's going to get done, and I think the next thing on the list should be, let's get another skip. Let's empty the garage.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's get the builders in. Haven't seen them for about a week.
My fucking builder doesn't even turn up anymore.
I'm not surprised. He's worked to the bone. Been here for about 3 years.
He's blocking them calls as soon as they come up, aren't they?
He literally doesn't answer me anymore. Like,
Unbelievable. Let's get a skip in and do more.
have we got any audience wines
Got
after
loads.
we've just bored our listeners to tears?
I've got some audience wines if you want to hear them. All right. Hey, Abbey and Pete. I've never taken the time to write to any podcast, but listen to Pete chat shit about filet-o-fish. I felt obligated.
Chat shit.
Oh, he's not a filet-o-fish man. Oh, my God.
Someone messaged me on Instagram actually going, oh my God, do I need to reassess my life? I drink sparkling water and order a fillet of fish every time I go to McDonald's.
Oh, my God. No way. I bet they cycle as well. I am that person who orders a filet-o-fish with fries and a hot chocolate. What? No less. You can stick sparkling water up your ass. I assure you I'm not a psycho, although I could be up for discussion this last couple of days. The hormones are real this month. What the fuck is up with getting punished each month for not bearing a child? I digress. Ross is spot on. It is always fresh, and like Abbey said, it's basically a fish finger sandwich. What's not to like? Do yourself a favour and give it a try. My only complaint is half the staff must not have been given the stacking cups as children's, as the ability to stack the bun directly on top of the fish is lost on them. It's often wielded to the side with the melted cheese.
Is it like a burger-shaped fish?
I think it's similar to chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
If you have any staff members listening to who are guilty of this, sort it out. Other than that, it's golden. I'm off to gorge myself with chocolate. Have a good one, Zoe. Okay, filet-o-fish loon. These aren't right, these people.
These people.
They're not right, they're not correct.
That is not correct.
They are not correct. You can't be a Philly fish person and be normal. I'm sorry. Zoe, I'm not. I'm
You know,
digging
Liberty
down.
has a fillet of fish.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
That's my best mate you're talking
I thought you
about.
were talking about your daughter.
No, my best mate, Lib.
I adore Liberty. She's mental.
Yeah, but she's, you know.
It's a video fish, I'm telling you. No one in their right mind goes to
How is she
McDonald's.
mental?
Well, she's very lively. She's very intelligent, very...
She's a super brain.
when she walks into a room, you know.
Yeah, she's
right?
no wallflower, I wouldn't
And
describe her
and
as.
I think...
She's also got 7 dogs.
Yeah.
things like that. She's amazing, but she's a filet fish person. And they are different. You know,
See, I wouldn't have classed a fillet fish person to have much personality. I'd say they were more boring than eccentric.
no, but you have to know, like, I would die of embarrassment if I ordered a filet fish. You've got to be quite sure of
Yeah,
yourself.
ballsy. It
Ballsy,
takes
you
a
know?
person to go in there.
It takes a certain type.
Caroline has a fillet fish as well.
Really? Yeah, I think you've got to be quite confident.
And she's normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pause.
Well, if she has a filet fish, she's not.
She has fillet fish and sparkling water.
Well, if you walk into a McDonald's,
sparkling
right,
water.
stroll in and go, filet fish meal, please. Everyone looks at you and goes,
I haven't strolled into a McDonald's for years. I'm a drive-through kind of gal.
Yeah, eating the back of the car.
I reckon we should try filet fish next time we go.
Shall
Why don't we
we?
just
Shall we
go
do?
get
Shall we
one?
try them all on the pod?
Yeah.
Bring 3.
I don't think I've ever had one.
You have?
I have not.
You've definitely ordered
I
one.
have never.
They're not a million miles away from a fish finger sarnie, as Abbey says.
I've
If you like a
never
fish
had it.
finger sarnie, you should like one of them.
I've never
I
had
don't
one.
like a fish finger sandwich.
Don't you?
No, batter and bread.
Beans.
My dad puts pie on bread.
I know. What's that called? A Wigan kebab?
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
My dad's not normal. My dad's wife, Sue, she's never had a McDonald's in her entire life.
Hasn't she?
And it's got to a point where it's a thing now.
Yeah.
And she's like 50, so she doesn't. She's got to keep it going.
All right, we don't have a fillet fish to start. Yeah, it's a strange one, unfortunately, Zoe. I'm sticking with it. I think it's mad.
Okay.
I got a weekly shine for Pete. Oh, that's nice. I'll read this one, shall I?
Few and far between.
Hi, Pete and Abbey. Proof Cardi P is bang on trend.
Whoop, whoop.
Even Pete's mate Prince William was rocking the Cardi. Pete was ahead of the curve. I've got the Sunday Times Style magazine, right? And on the front of it is 4 very good-looking, trendy men
I
in
cannot
Cardis.
believe they haven't put you on there.
How cool is Cardi Man?
But
Is
the
the
thing
headline?
is, what's his name?
Ryan
Reynolds hasn't even got a cardigan on there.
He has underneath his
Underneath
shirt.
underneath
In his
his
What, a
shoes.
waistcoat?
I bought one of those.
Oh,
it's
God.
a woolen cardigan underneath.
I-
I bought one. I got absolutely hammered for it. Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood A-lister.
Because it was too small for you. It was too small. It
Everyone
was like a
thinks,
belly top.
everyone thinks Ab's the fashion guru in this relationship. I was so far ahead of the game. Now it's Hollywood are doing it now.
How dare they not put you on there?
Look, who's this guy again? Ryan Reynolds.
Your doppelganger.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Prince William. Obviously royalty. A really fashionable guy though, I have to say. Sporting the cardigan.
Can't believe they didn't put you on.
Well, I don't need validation from the Sunday Times Style. I know how stylish
You've
I
got
am.
one on today.
It's kind of a cardigan shirt.
Scared.
Shardi.
It's a Shardi.
Shardi-P.
It's a Shardi. They'll all be wearing them soon. Shardis.
I need to do a wardrobe refresh. I give all my clothes to my friends or my sister or Sophia. Sophia's even last night, comes down, hair with all my shampoo,
Yeah.
skin gleaming with all my products. Now she's even wearing my pajamas. I'm
Oh,
like,
that is cheeky.
back off. She's stretched the neck of the t-shirt over her shoulder. She's ripped that,
All right, listen, should we cheers the wines? Have you got all those wines off your chest now?
Yeah, how are you going to improve?
By remembering cat food. So how are you going to improve? Are you going to take care of my stuff a little bit more? Like if you...
Yeah, I will, but that was slightly unfair. I was going to put it back in your bag, but just hadn't got round to it.
That's bollocks though. As if you were...
Stick your tongue out.
It's black.
Let's be positive now, from now on. Obviously there was a bit of negativity there. But they're the weekly wines and now they're gone. What is this drink we're drinking?
It's an electrolyte.
Oh, no. Stinks of a hangover, that.
I haven't got a hangover.
Oh, right.
Is that
Okay.
a little Barocca there?
Okay.
No, it's an electrolyte.
Okay. Fancied one today?
Huh?
Just fancied one today.
No, I will admit I had 2 glasses of champagne last night and 1
glasses.
glass of wine.
Must have been a dirty glass.
What?
The dirty glass, and it gives you hangover sometimes.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could only if you only have 2.
I'm celebrating, so nice meal, couple of glasses of champagne.
That's great. I enjoyed it. I had a lovely night. But hence the electrolytes. Cheers anyway on the wines.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you.
I love you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Should we get into the podcast? Yeah. Do you know this one? This one we're going to be dig down into. It's a big week. A release of your new podcast,
Yeah,
Exhibit A.
I'm not calling it a podcast
Okay.
because I just hate the word podcast.
I feel like everyone goes like,
Oh,
I'm
God.
releasing a podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be doing it, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a bit twatted, isn't it?
Yeah. I tell people I work in Tesco.
So it's like
It is
it's like
twatty.
content creating, isn't it?
It
It's
is
like,
twatty.
what do you do? I'm a content creator. You're a twat, mate.
Would you put as your job description podcaster?
Absolutely not.
Is that-
absolutely not? And you can't. You couldn't do it. 'Cause
The
it's so
word
knobby.
podcast. Ow.
Yeah, the word podcast is a fucking nightmare.
The word podcast is so twatty. It is.
It
You're
is,
right.
It is. But you know what? It's because we enjoy doing what we do.
Yeah, but we're also not twats,
Hopefully not. There's probably people out
which
there.
helps.
Yeah, it does help.
But you know what I've found in life? Doesn't
you found?
matter if people think you're a twat, as long as you know you're not.
As long as you and your group don't think you are. But what if you are a twat, though, and the majority of people do think you are?
But we're not.
All right. Well, you're releasing a new piece of content.
I'm calling it a show.
Yeah, a show.
Okay.
I've got a new show out.
That's workable.
And you can find it, wherever you release wherever you get your podcasts.
Your other shows.
Loads of shows, wherever you get them.
No, podcasts are the new TV. Let's face it.
Well, we love doing it. And your one, is it going to be different to what we're doing here?
Hell yes.
Very different.
Hell yes. It's going to be different, but in a good way.
Firstly, why would you want to, venture out on your own? Is it because you're kind of jealous of the podfather?
Don't get jealous, you bitch.
No, I'm obviously the original podfather.
You are the original podfather. I'll give you that.
Why are you doing this? Why are you venturing out on your own?
So I'm venturing out on my own because I love a chat. I love to talk. I'm fascinated by people and their stories, and I want to enrich my own life. Like no disrespect. If this is great. Whatever this is great.
No disrespect. So when people say no disrespect, right, they go, I'm going to fucking disrespect.
No disrespect, but
No disrespect, but you're not enriching me in any way.
Yeah. No.
You want intelligent conversations, not just this drivel.
I am fascinated by people and their stories and how they, reach the pinnacle of success and overcome obstacles. And there's so many incredible people, and they've all got a different story to tell on how they got there, what they did, what they're doing, and these people have had like such a huge impact on the world around us. And, I just wanted to talk to them, learn, listen, be motivated, especially as a woman of a certain age, having, a lot of kids. You do get to the point in life where you go, what is next? What can I do? How can I enrich my life? How do I motivate myself? And that's exactly what Exhibit A is. It's there to inspire people, teach people. There must be so many people sitting at home going, I've got this incredible idea, but how do I get there? I'm going to be speaking to people at the top of their game, entrepreneurs, people who've set up their own businesses, who've had a massive impact on the world, musicians, actors, icons,
Can you give
people
us
in business.
any names, or is there anyone you've done?
So I'm actually
far?
launching with Mo Gawdat because I think at the moment people are looking for a way to improve their life, improve themselves, how to be, full of gratitude, to be grateful, to be happy, to combat stress, all the things that I suffer from, anxiety. So I thought he was the perfect candidate to launch with. He's just released a book called Unstressable, which is something I definitely need to learn to be. The smallest thing triggers me. I catastrophize things a lot. I would like a coping mechanism to not let the smallest of things bother me and be the end of the world. And it's kind of digging deep on, why that is, and tools and tactics.
Did he give you answers to that?
Yeah. And when you're listening to someone with such an incredible mind and such an incredible outlook on life, and they give you tools on simple steps how to improve your life. And as a mother, you kind of last on the list. You're always putting people first. You're looking after your husband, you're looking after your kids, you're working, and if mum's happy, everyone else is going to benefit.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And it's not just for women. This podcast is for everyone. And some people have really surprised me along the way. You read things about people in the press and you have a certain perception of them, and not knowing, like from the horse's mouth, like why these things happened or what they've been through. And I've just been flabbergasted and blown away.
How do you decide on who you want on? Like, do they just have to be kind of excelling in their field, and like, do you talk about their journeys of how they?
Well, it's kind of been a bit of a selfish process in that way. It's like, what do I want to know? I want to learn how to be my happiest. I want to learn how to be unstressable. Everyone's got their own definition of success, whether that's money, whether that's happiness, whether that's being a CEO of a business, whether that's getting a law passed for others or something they're passionate about. It's incredible what inspires and motivates people. And it's so different for everyone. And I do like a bit of an underdog. And I think interviewing some people who have had kind of a rough, rocky start and the things that they've overcome, tragic starts, even like horrific, to the point where you're like, how have these people even survived?
Yeah, so I've obviously been privy to a few bits and pieces of what you're about to bring out. Obviously very interesting, but some of it was incredibly emotional. Like, what are the standout, most emotional parts of what you've done so far?
I think it's easy to just think everyone's life is like yours. And, you know, speaking to people who've been at the top of their game for decades, like, how did they start? Where did they come from? It's incredible. And I've been sitting there in tears. Some of these stories, it's like 10 years work to be an overnight success.
Yeah.
You don't see all the hard work and the graft and that's gone behind it. And, you know, you just see the result. But what some of these people have been through and just what you can learn from them has been, you know, I feel like I've come such a long way personally after listening to some of these stories from people and things that they've taught me that I've put into practice in my everyday life has definitely changed me into a better person. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do. But I think there's, you know, it's not another biog show. It's not another biog podcast. You know, it's designed to enrich people's lives and help teach them and make them a better person or definitely more knowledgeable.
And in the trailer that we've seen so far, like, you're interviewing yourself, that must have been quite a surreal experience. How did you find that?
You're a good interviewer, Abbey. Did you find?
But that's the thing. I'm not an interviewer.
Yeah.
It is lighthearted and it's celebratory of all these people. And I just love to talk and I'm fascinated by people and I just want to have a chat.
Yeah.
Do you know why I knew that, like, you'd be good at this? Is because you kind of, you know, we'll have a script, whatever, but you'll just go off on your own tangents. And I think you'll ask the questions that sometimes people don't want to ask. You know what I mean? Like, you'll just go, right, I want to know that and ask it. And I think that's a great quality to have as a interviewer.
Thanks.
Have you ever, like, found yourself almost challenging the guests when they've come on about their certain kind of dogmas or way of thinking?
Yeah, well, like, originally it's like Exhibit A. You know, in my head it's like, you know, the courtroom connotations like convince me.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many things on social media, online, in the press now of eat this and you'll know, look 10 years younger, do this. And everyone has a different outlook and take on things. A couple of people that I've had on, you know, I wasn't convinced by what they were saying at the start, you know, and got them on. And then by the end, I'm like, oh my God, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite sceptical about, like, their beliefs and thoughts.
I think I'm a sceptical person.
Did it change your opinion?
Yeah, definitely.
And was there anyone, you know, you maybe prejudged and met and went, actually, I love this person?
Yeah. Yeah.
No names,
definitely.
Not giving anything away. I feel like Terry Wogan here.
No, because it's going to come out every Monday.
Yeah.
And I want each guest to be a surprise and I hope everyone enjoys it.
And do you think you know you'll be able to help as well? You know, like, we had Jeffrey Braithwaite on, who, you know, obviously a doctor that really helped, and, like, the amount of people we've helped, I suppose, on the therapy couch with endometriosis, or Jeffrey's helped.
That was kind of one of the first times I had the idea to do this, because, you know, when we had Dr. Jeffrey Braithwaite on and even Natalie Kelly, we had such a huge response.
We did.
People are always looking for help and somewhere to, you know, get things off their chest and a source to help them. So that was kind of where the idea of Exhibit A was born. And we've got so many incredible doctors at the top of their field and very specific, whether it's like women's health, you know, we've got sex experts on, we've got nutritionists, you know, psychologists, as well as superstars and entrepreneurs and things like that. It's so interesting. And, you know, for me doing a job, I know it's quite a hard thing, but I've always wanted a job that I love, and you want to go to work every day and go, oh my God, I love that, and come home feeling enriched. And I definitely feel that with this.
Yeah, and were you not getting fulfilled here with me?
Yeah.
Shabba!
What a guy.
I'm only having a joke. I can be deep.
You need a bit of light relief as well.
You know?
It can't all be deep, can it?
How deep is your knob?
Do you think about some of the things you've done on this podcast? Oh my God.
No, but that's what, do you know what?
How deep?
But that is.
Gotta have a laugh.
But that's like comes round. That you've said it all there. Really, this makes me happy.
Exactly.
And happiness is the one thing we're all striving to be.
Yeah.
So I've got the happiness expert on, Exhibit A, and then I come and sit on the couch with you and I'm happy.
And we have a laugh. I think that like relief's important. You know, what Mo Gawdat would say is, you know, you do have to have a laugh. You do have to have a release. And I think this is ours. But that doesn't mean, you know, it is nice to kind of learn about other fields and other, you know, ways of life, you know, different jobs and personalities. Everyone's so different, aren't they? It's great to learn about all those things. It's a great opportunity for you to...
Yeah, the story of success is a great one. Like, how did you get there? Where do you start?
Yeah.
It's so inspiring. Like, even me at like nearly 40, it's made me go, oh my God, I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's never too late. It's never too late to be unstressable. It's never too late to be happy. It's never too late to follow your dreams. You know, I had one doctor on who like didn't even start her education till she was like in her 30s. You know, and she's a top doctor. Like, it's never too late. You can, life is short and you can, you know, it's also precious. So you've got to make the most of it.
And you're going to allow me to make an appearance on your podcast? Because it'd be obviously, you know, it's me and you now, but I'd say it's a very different environment on your podcast because you're going to drill down into exactly kind of what I did.
Obviously, I've been with you for nearly 20 years. But when you did your documentary for Amazon...
That was
you know,
an eye-opener for you, wasn't it?
A huge eye-opener. And there was so many things that I didn't even know about you or knew that you'd experienced. You were so young to actually endure all of that abuse and still make it to the top of your game, like playing for England, playing for the best clubs in the world, Liverpool, Tottenham. That's interesting to me, how you got there, because I don't know if it's, you know, a defense mechanism or, you know, you don't like to be so open about your feelings or like when you're hurt or sad, because you'd never mentioned that to me. That was the first time I saw it on the documentary. So I was like, oh my God, like that's why I think that interview would be a good one and inspiring, because, you know, people who are getting bullied or, you know, you can help them.
Right, a big part of Exhibit A is the quickfire questions. You get a lot out of them.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my God, it's such a great icebreaker and it's such an amazing way to get to know someone quickly.
Right. Well, let's get to know you.
Okay.
I'm going to quickfire you at your own game. When you're not working, how do you like to spend your time?
Cleaning.
Sado.
Cleaning or horse riding?
Cleaning or horse riding. What are you currently watching?
I'm currently watching Iron Claw, halfway through it.
Okay. What's the first concert you attended?
Oh my God. The first concert I attended?
Don't lie and say someone cool.
No, it was the Kooks.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
That's a belt.
You've never been to a gig before me?
No, I don't think so.
I love the Kooks.
God, Manchester Academy. It was one of our first dates. Went to the Kooks.
That's a belted.
We still loved them, didn't we?
Still there.
I can't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a concert before that.
Oh, I'm glad I was your first, babe.
First one thing. I was a gig virgin before that.
Big virgin. What's your favourite book?
What is my favourite book? You know, I'm just reading at the moment Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey.
Everyone says that's great.
Yeah. The audiobook's even better, although I do love a physical book. I love Martina Cole.
Really good. What's first job?
My first job was in a florist in Kirby.
Was it?
Fucking loved it.
Still there, that fellas.
Most used emoji?
Heart eyes.
If you could change your name, what would it be? Chantel Alexis Candice.
I used to pretend my name was Chantel Alexis Candice when I was a kid. I think it was my cousin's middle names. I've always loved the name Claudia. I'd like to be called Claudia.
Okay. Favourite subject in school?
History.
What's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent. I'm an epic breakdancer.
Oh, I can vouch for that. Phenomenal.
Epic breakdancer, and I like a little karaoke sesh.
Yeah. Okay. If you could eat one thing for every meal going forward, what would it be?
Pizza.
Nice. I thought you were going to say rooster. I like that.
If someone were to play you in a movie, who would it be?
Ooh. I'd like a mixture between Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie. I'm not saying I look like these people, by the
Wouldn't
way.
we all?
You put all them together.
You get me.
Come on, Bobby.
Put all them together, you get me. I'm joking. No, they're just the actresses I love.
What's one of your favourite memories? None? What's the...
I don't know. I don't feel like I've got many memories from my childhood, which is bizarre.
Oh, not wedding
There's nothing in
day.
your childhood.
Firstborn child. First time you rode the horse.
No, it definitely.
Happiest when you're
Yeah,
happiest, but-
my best memories are just when I'm like happy. So I think bringing our first baby home. That was amazing.
nice time, wasn't it?
That's my go-to memory. If I want to be calm, that's what I think of.
Cool.
There was no calmness like bringing a newborn baby home to your house. So that's my happiest memory. Yeah.
Agreed. What does success mean to you?
Success for me is happiness and the people around you being happy and your kids being happy. That for me defines success.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Always be yourself. Always be yourself.
Nice. At what job would you be terrible?
Tennis coach.
Yep. Okay. What makes you feel uneasy, overwhelmed, or anxious?
Everything.
Correct. What's something that you say you'll do but never will?
Like bungee jumping.
I think you are very good at saying you're going to do something and doing it. I, on the other hand, are
Yeah,
the exact opposite.
that I
I'd say
kind
that
of
was one of your qualities.
I stick to my word.
You say I'm going to do that and do it. I think you're very good at it.
It's funny when you tell me things that I'm good at
Why?
because it's not often.
Not true at all. I tell you, I do say it. You just don't hear the good stuff. That's a fault of yours. You only hear, and I'll say you look nice, you look great. Oh, God, you look gorgeous. And then a minute later, you'll say, "You never tell me I look nice." You only hear the negative. So you forgot. I've just told you that you were good at something there. What are you most afraid of?
Something happening to people I love.
All right. Abigail Clancy. This is your life. That was the quickfire. Yeah, I can see that. You get a lot out of that.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like a quick fire round.
Agreed.
I think you also, because you're a little bit nervy, you probably say things that without thinking. Do you know what I mean? Like so you get the real answer rather than the premeditated answer. You know, like...
There's nothing worse than a scripted answer.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Some would argue it's professional,
Yeah.
but I don't.
No, well, I think that's why people enjoy this podcast, because they can tell that it's kind of like, it's natural, isn't it?
Because it's so unprofessional.
It's totally
It's
unprofessional.
like people love us because we're so unprofessional.
Ross can't be bothered to write scripts.
No, Ross does write us topics to talk about, but none of us look at it, ever. You know, you could just not do them and just save like hours of your life.
Ross, fuck him off, mate. You know what? We
Just give us one word, like holidays.
but what I'm saying is, I think it is natural. You get an honest kind of conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I'm very proud of Exhibit A, and I hope people will love it because I love it. But I am nervous. I need my gang behind me.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. So, you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. Exhibit A coming soon.
And it's out on Mondays.
Right. Let's fire into the Agony Abs. Okay. Hi, Abbey and Pete. After a stupid row, my wife kicked me out the boudoir, and I've been sleeping on the couch for 4 days. As anyone who's been kicked out of the big bed will know, it's no fun downstairs. Not only does every eek and creak of the house make you paranoid, there's a burglar waiting to pounce. My poor back is in bits. I'm also missing the cosy cuddles before bed. So after I finally built up the courage to sneak up and give her a hug and a kiss, and now she's even more angry than she was before. And she said that she can't believe it's taken me 4 days to speak to her again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show her respect, but she's gone even more mardy than ever now. I feel like I'm in a lose-lose situation here. I've gone past the stage of wanting to kiss and make up to also being annoyed at her. Do I stay on the couch until she has a change of heart? What should I do? Loving the podcast, by the way. Clueless and couch sick from Sheffield.
Oh, that's cute. He could have avoided 4 nights on the couch if he just said sorry.
You don't know what the situation was.
Well, he's done wrong because she's kicked him off the bed. So he has to, if he said
I've been
sorry,
kicked out of the bed before and I'm not sure it was.
You
totally
haven't?
wrong.
we don't. I hate sleeping on my own. Like, even if we're not talking,
Yeah.
I'd prefer Pete to be in bed with me because I don't like sleeping on my own.
Yeah.
Pete punishes me in a different way by putting on the pajamas, which is just
Straight up.
pathetic. Sometimes when you put them on, so like, when you woke up this morning, you had shorts on. I was like, shit, have I done something? Have I done something wrong in my sleep? I would love a mature argument. I can't stand carrying it on for days. You know, I've got friends who don't speak to the husbands and stuff for 2 weeks.
Yeah, like that's just too.
You know,
wrong.
silent treatment. I want to just talk. You're so moody. Why are you looking at me like
What
that?
about moody? I'm just listening to you. What you're saying.
You don't like to say sorry first.
Well, I'm not wrong often. I genuinely believe that. Like, I don't think I'm that wrong often. I think you're in the wrong. I think you'll blow your lid and then you'll come round and apologise. That's what usually happens. Well, you don't apologise, actually. You just start being nice to you again.
Should we kiss and make up then?
No! Got his pajamas on.
Yeah, but I always say, you know, I always go fine.
I
I'm
honestly
not stubborn.
can say in 20 years, I can count on my fingers on one hand the amount of times you've said sorry.
Yeah, agreed.
You don't say sorry.
I don't.
Like,
I'm not often in the wrong.
even when you're wrong, you don't say sorry.
I reckon I've been in the wrong.
Sorry seems to be the
count
hardest word for you.
You said that I'm not wrong. Like I
He
genuinely
said
not.
sorry 5 times in 20 years. That's once every 4 years he's been wrong.
I reckon so. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No, I'm not saying he's only been wrong 4 times.
No, I'm agreeing with
He's
you.
done a million things.
Oh no, I've been wrong like loads of times.
But he's
but
never said sorry. You wouldn't dream of saying sorry.
there's
Do you know
there's-
what?
I
Do you know
haven't
what? Do you know
gone
what I know? Your sorry is. We've talked about it on the pod before. It's when he'll take the bin out, or he's not speaking. We're not speaking, but he'll bring me a cup of tea up with a biscuit. That's his sorry.
It's like
I'm like,
Jim Royal.
shove your cup of tea up your ass.
I don't think you've said sorry. I think you said sorry less than I've said sorry.
I always say sorry. I know for a fact. I admit, Ross, I've said sorry to you before, haven't I?
You have. You apologised.
You said it this morning, didn't you?
That wasn't a sorry. That was a thank you.
But that meant sorry. Right?
No, it didn't. Thank you does not mean sorry.
Okay.
I always apologise when I'm wrong. It might take a day, but I will call someone up and go, look.
Yeah, not to me though. To everyone else.
I do.
Anyway, couch sick in Sheffield.
I think you just say sorry. Don't let it. Life's too
4
short.
days is too long to go though, isn't it? I think.
my new-
and that's why she's pissed off.
My new ethos. Life's too short.
If only that was your ethos.
It is.
Oh, God.
I thought it was if it's not a hell yeah, it's a no.
That's Margot Robbie's ethos.
How many
which I
ethoses do we have?
stole. That's my Margs's.
I think next time just go and maybe chat to her before. Like 4 days is too long, isn't it? Just chill.
He can't be annoyed with her now. He just needs to go, hon, this is ridiculous. I miss the feel of your
Yeah.
skin on mine.
I think that. I mean, I miss you. This is ridiculous. Who's enjoying this?
Hey, Ab and Pete. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years now. For the first year or two, she was always well dressed, makeup on, took care of herself. I always thought, wow, she looks amazing. But now she's always in her pajamas, no makeup, hardly showers.
Crikey.
Even when we go for a nice meal, she doesn't put much effort in. She says she's going for the more natural look now. I'm not all about looks, but because sometimes she doesn't even take care of her personal hygiene, it's a bit embarrassing to go out with her like that. I found her way more attractive before. I've considered if she's depressed, but she's not, and she still acts exactly how she did before and nothing has happened, but she doesn't take care of her appearance like she used to. How can I tell her she needs to put more effort in without hurting her feelings? Oof. You know, I think that's kind of, that's quite normal in a relationship, apart from the personal hygiene. You say this to me, like I've always got my fleece dressing gown on and no makeup. I could make more effort.
I don't say like go and put some makeup on. I'm not-
Ugh, what was the big
Fucking
one?
kipper, you.
Oh, stay with it. Stay with it. Don't say that, do I? No, I just say, like, for me, I'm like, obviously, you know, like you might do like a underwear shoot or something. I'm like, be nice if I saw that sometimes instead of the fleece dressing gown. That's my only thing. But I wouldn't say.
But I think
You know, you're not walking around stinking of Bo.
No, absolutely not. I am very clean.
I think that's an issue. Like, I don't know. If you kind of gave up on the, and listen, we're not shallow people, but I do think you have to. There is an element of care that you have to have for yourself. Okay, sorry.
Are you comfy now, Fiddler?
I just had to adjust my back.
Oh, man. I'm quite looking forward to you getting old.
Not really.
You'll be cute.
Well, you know what? I won't let myself go like this lady.
You used to be shouting.
Like when I say let myself go, I think things happen when you get older. But I don't.
No, I think in a relationship when you're comfortable and you start to relax, you aren't like, putting a full face of makeup on and.
You don't have to have makeup on. You don't need makeup.
I do. I bloody do.
You don't know. It's like to me around the house and that, do you? Like if you're going out, you'd feel more comfortable with it, but. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. But I do think like personal hygiene and certain like looking after yourself and all that. Like,
I think you feel better within yourself if you make a bit of an effort.
But how does he go about saying that?
I think he's just got to be honest and say, look,
You hum.
yeah, just say, the no makeup, the more natural look. I get it, but you need to take care of yourself a little bit more. If you stunk of BO,
You'd tell me straight away, wouldn't you? I don't know. I just think.
What would you say to me?
I'll say a bit spicy today. No. Well, why don't you just make it a fun game? Like, should we all get in the shower together? Let's get on those pits. Good luck with it, mate. Let me know how you get on. All right. Hey, Pete, Ab and Ross. Firstly, my wife and I are huge fans of the pod. We love you guys. So well done for putting a smile on so many faces each week. So our Agony Ab, we currently live in Pete's childhood town, Singapore. As expats, it's a pretty social scene. So we're lucky to have a good group of mates who we end up drinking and partying with every weekend. One of our closest friends, let's call him Tom, got into a new relationship last year and things moved quickly.
Oof.
Within 5 months, they were living together. And by month 7, they'd got a puppy. And this dog's a nightmare. Whenever someone's hosting drinks or dinner, they insist on bringing the dog with them. Every time it causes havoc. It shit all over our bedroom floor and window. It chewed up. It chewed up another friend's Dior sunglasses. And at their housewarming, pissed on another friend's brand new white rug. We know Abbey feels the pain here.
I am currently looking at my puppy piss on my rug.
Oh, God.
Puppy piss.
Every single time it does something gross, but Tom and his girlfriend do nothing about it. They often don't even bother helping to clear it up when they see the dog has pissed on the floor inside. I've had a word with him about it, even told him to grow up. But they've done nothing to train him, and they still continue to bring this dog to gatherings. We love Tom, but how do we stop that little rat bag pissing, shitting, and chewing up our friendship, our apartments, and our good times? Love always, Simon and Vic from Singapore. P.S. Another funny story. Simon went to Pete's primary school, North Ealing. In year 6, under the guidance of Mr. Waring, Simon broke Pete's top goal scoring record, a statement he often uses as his fun fact in those silly get-to-know-you games. The funny part of the story was when Simon saw Pete in his local Pitshanger pub. He approached Pete and told him this fact. Pete's response was to say, "That's great, but how many goals did you score for England?"
No way. Did you say that?
You bastard.
Needless to say, I felt pretty small. I quickly retreated back to my pint on the other side of the pub. Touche, Peter. Touche. I don't believe I said that.
You definitely did.
You did.
I must have been- I must have been
100%. It's like when you said that they're my nachos or whatever you said.
I didn't say that at all. I definitely didn't say that. Might have done. Depends how many pints I was in. Sorry about that. And it was a great record to beat. Congratulations on that record.
There's not a worse than that.
The dog?
Dogs or children.
Yeah.
Bring in a dog. Like, unless...
Let's just like a handbag one type of thing. Bringing like a dog to someone's house where it's ruining it.
But I went to a pub garden on Saturday with all the kids and friends of ours who brought their dog. But she's impeccably behaved, Indy. And she just sat there like the whole time. She actually loves going to the pub, like her owners said, like our friends. And she like pulls She said she can't walk past the pub at the bottom of the road to like take it to the park. The dog just wants to go in the pub.
Yeah.
And it's so good. But I think you have to read the room in situations like that if you know your dog's a pain in the ass. Because I was going to bring my dogs, but I thought, I'm on my own. 4 kids, 2 dogs. Jeffrey, yes, he'd sit there, but not Ralph.
No.
Jeffrey would be lying there and Ralph's like humping his head, like running around, jumping on things. Like, he's quite naughty, isn't he?
Yep.
Gorgeous,
He's a
but
pain in the
naughty.
arse, like I said he would be. But you know what? I think it's absolutely ridiculous to bring it around to some people's houses. You know, he's got to be told. Just like, come round, but if you bring the dog, that you're not welcome.
It does, you know, put a bit of stress on the night because people don't like to leave the dogs past like a couple of hours on their own, do they?
Well, that's it. They have to come round for a couple of hours then.
Oh, as if.
Yeah, you're not bringing dogs round. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's. I think it's
I've
where
said it
some
here.
people bring naughty kids.
Just say you're allergic.
And the kids are like, you know, causing murder and trashing the place and they don't say anything.
I know, when you're like looking at them like that.
I'm like, I wouldn't even let my own kids draw all over my sofa and tip every box of toys over.
Yeah.
Like, why are you letting yours do it? I'm a nightmare for that, aren't I? That's why we have no guests. No joking. Yeah, he's got to be honest. To say you're not bringing that.
Got to be honest. No way. No way.
Like my brother's dog. He's got a Great Dane, puppy. You know, it's not her fault, but she thinks she's the same size as a normal dog. So, you know, if Ralph was doing the things that she does, it wouldn't be an issue. But because she's triple the size of a normal dog, she's like smashing up all my tulips. She runs on the couch, scratching all my doors.
Just badly trained.
You just walked in the exact moment where talk about your dog.
His ears were burning.
Yeah.
So I've actually banned her.
Yeah.
I've actually banned her from the house because
Yeah.
It's the right decision. And that's what you've got to do. It's banage from the house.
Banage.
Absolute banishment. All right, enjoyed that today. Good luck with the podcast. I know it's going to be absolutely amazing. Really looking forward to it.
But it is fun. It's still fun. You made it out to be a little bit boring, I thought.
I didn't make it out before. Like I said, it's a little bit more kind of digging down into specific subjects. But of course you're in it. You're going to make it lighthearted and fun, engaging. But if you feel fulfilled, as Abbey isn't, you know, if you still feel fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Well, you're going over and doing your own podcast now, as if I'm not enough.
You are enough.
Yeah.
You are enough.
Okay.
But I just want to learn something. I want to be motivated and inspired and I want to learn and enrich my life. And
I wasn't giving you that.
there you are.
All right, but listen, if you can't get enough of us, we've got a new episode out Thursday, so ask us anything. Check that out.